EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mike's ready. 180.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 180. Mike, check. Watch 54. Switch out. Check the backer. Shit. Take 2 of them.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. Call it no gain on the game's first play.
That's a good shot.
Second down
That's a
now.
good shot.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on second down, Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
I know the fans are thinking right now, I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
49, check 49.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Given 4 yards there, it'll be 2nd and 6.
Who needs help?
Tough run there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Those are young some kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they just set you up in good position on second down.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo, establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle. There wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blow. Sometimes they dish them.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Time to lock it. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Steelers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now Conner. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Pick it up.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it.
Now it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 24 yards.
That's good for us Steelers.
And when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Mike 5! Mike 54! In your face.
Now on 2nd and 16, Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
All right, now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. Between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. On 1st and 10 is counter. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Good work, Steve.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger, and he's got his man. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that run.
Open man, it's Madden. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Roethlisberger will hand the counter.
He's checking crab. You go tight.
Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one will swallow it up because what they're hoping, the big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's trash.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 8.
Mike, white 80. Mike 54. I got one.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And big bid intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 33. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
First and 10.
So no problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
First play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Green 80.
Check 55, Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Tighten up.
On second down, it's Carson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Whip.
Let's go, 14.
Third and 2, now Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a second and 14.
55, Mike 5-5. Let's go, defense.
Wilson.
Here we go.
Steps away to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off inside the 5. Past the 10 to the 11. For the return stops.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
So they start the drive with Connor.
Wide, get wide.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Under 10, 10. Watch safety creeping.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Black 20.
Mike. Check. Watch 54. I don't even know why this team.
Roethlisberger will throw. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
It's a gain of 8.
The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Black 20.
Right there, 54, Mike. Deuce.
Hey.
Motion.
On first down. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Shaquille Griffin on the tackle.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On second down now. It's Connor. And Foster loses the football. It's out. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Steelers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores around the NFL in the second week of the regular season. On first down, Connor going to be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
Nice hit, boy.
No gain on the play.
He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit, and gain some of that confidence. He didn't get it on that carry.
Not today, you are.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence, on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here we go, here we go.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on fourth.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
Mike's 54.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. He'll escape to his left. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. On first down, it's Samuels. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
The ball carrier.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. Before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you just got a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
Hey, watch this go, 14.
Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more in the game because they weren't going to pull him out.
He's got a man, complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for first and 10.
Here we go. He's checking.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. This complete to Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown, baby, let's go.
Tyler Lockett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0.
Steelers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah.
And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pass.
All day.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
A gain of 14.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
First down, Seattle.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
And the Seahawks.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
Watch the screen.
First down, the run with Lynch. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's get 7-yard line.
On second down, it's Carson powering forward, fighting through, and he's got space. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. They'll run with Lynch, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Give me the ball every time, fellas.
Marshawn Lynch. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now the try here for the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
The score is Seahawks 28, Steelers 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Right there.
The
54,
Steeler
right there,
offense
right
here
there.
about ready for their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter three. And we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now he's forced out left. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he's certainly in the first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease so they can run.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 23. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And all the way down to the 26. Beast mode unleashed, a big one there. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide and always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They go play action now. Wilson. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
It's caught.
Don't be scared of it.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike, 5. Let's go, baby. We turn over. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball.
They'll run for it with Lynch. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They try again with Lynch. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. His pass became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
I'm here all day. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Here is Lynch on 3rd and goal. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football?
Let's go, baby.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. Yet another interception. I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
I just used to calculate. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot,
Come on, QB, come on.
they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad ball.
Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Slam, slam, slam.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and try to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. The 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down. What about the 23-yard line?
Let's go. The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points.
That's it, baby.
All right, I'm being facetious here. But you
Here we
get
go, here we
points
go.
to feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Alert.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
49.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Check 9, check 9.
Check 31. Check.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job. But they're doing more than that, aren't they? They get a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
These 2.
Check him motion. Check the call. Check the call.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Exit. Exit.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now it's Lockett. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
Get ready.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will